Hello, friends. Greetings to everyone on the medical channel. Pumpkin, according to many researchers, comes from South America, where she was one of the foods for 3,000 years before our era. Mexican Indians grew various varieties of pumpkin. What is said about the seeds of this plant found in old Peruvian tombs? However, there is another opinion. In 1926, an expedition led by Vavilov discovered in northern Africa wild varieties of pumpkin. A theory arose that the pumpkin has been growing here since ancient times, and perhaps from there it began its journey around the world. About how the pumpkin was in Europe, there are still disputes. It is possible that a large squash pumpkin brought ships with the prey of Spanish conquistadors, and her small-fisted sister was brought carts of knights-crusaders, who returned to their native places with the stolen goods from the next crusade. He was revered so much that a state decree was issued saying that pumpkin oil can be sold only in pharmacy chains, and it can be used only in the treatment of diseases. It cost a lot of considerable money. For example, 200 grams of such a medicinal substance had the same value as a golden ring of several carats. But in Austria, he was revered so much that a state decree was issued saying that pumpkin oil can be sold only in pharmacy chains, and it can be used only in the treatment of diseases. In our time, the highest quality is the pumpkin oil from Austria. After all, according to history, Austria has become a country that started the manufacture of a medicinal substance, the use of which is invaluable. A special sort of pumpkin fruit is called here, which is called styrian oil. The large size of its seeds makes it possible to get a large amount of oil. Very interesting is the fact that the pumpkin oil visually changes its color. It is considered dichromatic. After all, depending on which angle to look at, you can see different shades. So looking from the bottom up you can see a darkish green substance. When we look from above we see a red or brown shade. The way of making pumpkin oil is peculiar, because it is made from pumpkin seeds by the method of cold pressing. By the way, in order to produce 1 liter of this oil, you need to spend about 2.5 kilograms of pumpkin seeds, or 40 pumpkin fruits. The use of such oil, the color of ruby, which it acquires thanks to the content of carotene, has become a tradition in many countries of the world, because it is a favorite oil in Germany and Austria, the favorite oil in Croatia and Slovenia. It is also used in Hungary. Due to its valuable properties and dark green color, oil was nicknamed black gold, and now quality pumpkin oil is quite expensive. How to use and how to choose the pumpkin oil. In cooking, pumpkin oil uses exclusively in cold form, as it cannot be subjected to heat treatment. But that the oil completely retain its useful properties, it should be added only at the end of cooking, in salads as a dressing, in cold sauces and soups. On pumpkin oil, it is not recommended to fry, cook or bake. How to take pumpkin oil. Experts recommend taking it 1 teaspoon in the morning and in the evening. But when choosing a pumpkin oil, always remember that it is the more fresh the more useful it is. The shelf life of the oil is 6 to 8 months from the date of production. Buy oil better in a dark jar, as it, like olive oil, does not tolerate sun rays. I advise you to buy oil not in supermarkets, but in a pharmacy, as it is stored there in the refrigerator. Keep the pumpkin oil in a cool, dark place. In a jar with a tightly closed lid, the optimum temperature for storing 18 degrees. With long storage in the refrigerator, the oil begins to thicken, but this is normal. What is so useful for pumpkin oil? Pumpkin oil is an excellent antioxidant. Its benefit is that with the intake of pumpkin oil, the process of metabolism is accelerated and the immune system of the body is strengthened. Another advantage is that it is a hepatoprotector of natural origin, which positively affects liver function, protects the liver from harmful effects and restores it. Pumpkin oil contains a complex of different vitamins, A, E, C, B group vitamins, omega-3 and omega-6 acids. The composition of pumpkin oil includes microelements and macroelements, iron, zinc, magnesium, calcium and selenium. 100 grams of pumpkin oil contains up to 10 milligrams of zinc, and therefore pumpkin oil is considered one of its best sources. Oil is particularly valued for the high content of polyunsaturated fatty acids omega-3 and omega-6 and omega-10. Pumpkin oil improves skin condition, has a softening and restoring effect. Calcium and phosphorus, which are part of pumpkin oil, are necessary for us for the normal functioning of cartilage and bone tissue. Zinc and magnesium, part of the pumpkin oil, are involved in the production of insulin, as well as regulate the activity of the nervous and cardiovascular system. Pumpkin oil contains proteins, pectins, carotene and sterols. It includes hormone-like substances, essenial phospholipids of plant origin and flavonoids. Recall that flavonoids are a group of physiologically active elements that exert a great influence on the activity of enzymes. Flavonoids protect cells of the body and preserve their integrity, prevent premature aging. In addition, flavonoids reduce the degree of allergic reaction, protect the body from the effects of viruses and carcinogens, prevent the development of tumors and viral diseases. They have anti-inflammatory effect, strengthen immunity. Another property of flavonoids is an increase in the elasticity of the walls of the vessels. First of all, it concerns a flavonoid called rutin, a vitamin P. However, other flavonoids have similar effects on the human body. Positive effect of pumpkin oil on the human respiratory system is noted. It has an anti-inflammatory effect in diseases of the respiratory system, bronchitis, pneumonia. It is used even in the treatment of tuberculosis. Effectively operates pumpkin oil in intestinal parasites. Research has shown, pumpkin seeds relieve the body of various parasites, especially from helminths. To get rid of parasites, folk medicine recommends consuming 30 milliliters of pumpkin oil on an empty stomach, every morning. Pumpkin oil strengthens the immune system. With regular application of pumpkin oil, our immune system is strengthened, and the resistance of our organism to various viral and bacterial infections increases. Pumpkin oil protects our body from toxins and toxins. To strengthen the immunity of pumpkin oil, it is recommended to take 1 teaspoonful several times a day, or add to ready meals. The huge benefit of pumpkin oil for the recovery of the body after heavy surgery, including after the course of chemotherapy. Usually the recovery course lasts about a year, during which the oil is taken 1 teaspoonful every other day, on an empty stomach. Pumpkin oil improves eyesight. Since pumpkin oil is the most valuable source of vitamin A, C, E, PP, B1, B2, B6, as well as a complex of trace elements, zinc, selenium, copper and others. Therefore it is recommended to use pumpkin oil for the prevention of eye diseases. Positively affects the pumpkin oil also on the nervous system. Vitamins B, as well as magnesium and potassium, which are part of pumpkin oil, can be used for diseases of the nervous system, with insomnia, headaches and nervous disorders. Oil is well used in complex therapy for diseases of the oral cavity. In this case, the applique with pumpkin oil is used for periodontitis and gingivitis. When hemorrhoids and fissures of the anus are also used pumpkin oil. Use it externally, to lubricate hemorrhoids or cracks, and also make enemas. And inside the pumpkin oil, use 1 teaspoon several times a day, before eating. In the treatment of constipation and proctitis, take 1–2 teaspoonful 4 times a day, except for ingestion. You need to do enemas. With success, pumpkin oil is used for diseases of the gastrointestinal tract. Its unsaturated fatty acids, plant flavonoids and phospholipids have a beneficial effect on the process of bile secretion. Improve the composition of bile. Oil is useful for the liver. It helps to restore it, prevents the development of inflammatory processes. The wound healing effect of pumpkin oil positively affects the walls of the stomach and intestines. Vitamin B1 normalizes the level of acidity of gastric juice. And even pumpkin oil has a delicate laxative effect. For prevention and treatment, it is used for gastritis, peptic ulcer of stomach and duodenum, gastroduodenitis, constipation, cholecystitis, cholelithiasis. Apply 1 teaspoon 3 times a day for 20 minutes before eating. Pumpkin oil relieves inflammation, heals sores, promotes soft stools. If you take 1 teaspoon 2 to 3 times a day, half an hour before meals, within a month, you can get rid of gallstones. With cystitis, to eliminate pain and burning, take 5 to 10 drops 3 times a day, for a month. Pumpkin oil has a positive effect on the cardiovascular system. Oil strengthens and makes the walls of blood vessels more elastic, neutralizes the action of free radicals, protecting the circulatory system from their harmful effects. Potassium, selenium, calcium and magnesium regulate the strength and frequency of the heart rhythm. And unsaturated fatty acids fight bad cholesterol, clearing the walls of the vessels from its dangerous clumps in the form of plaques. Pumpkin oil can and should be included in complex methods of treating atherosclerosis, hypertension and arrhythmia, or ischemic heart disease and other cardiovascular diseases. When atherosclerosis, hyperlipidemia, take 1 teaspoon 3 times a day. Use of pumpkin oil for men. Pumpkin oil, like pumpkin seeds, is useful for maintaining masculine health. Pumpkin oil, traditional medicine, is recommended for diseases of the reproductive system. But it is connected with the fact that pumpkin seed oil has an easy diuretic, anti-inflammatory, anti-tumor and bactericidal properties. Included in the composition of pumpkin oil, vitamins A, zinc, magnesium have a beneficial effect on the prostate gland. Vitamin E and zinc improve the erection, normalize spermatogenesis. Pumpkin oil and pumpkin seeds are used in the complex treatment and prevention of prostatitis, diseases of the urinary bladder, as well as with a decrease in sexual desire, erectile dysfunction and prostate adenoma. Useful pumpkin oil and for women. It favorably affects the hormonal background and nervous system of women. In addition, vitamin E and zinc, as well as B-group vitamins, are responsible for the production of sex hormones, which contributes to the improvement of the function of the reproductive system. Pumpkin oil finds its application in the treatment of a number of female diseases, such as cervical erosion, colpitis and the like. When carrying out complex treatment of cervical and colpitis erosion, tampons impregnated with pumpkin oil are used. They are injected into the vagina for the whole night. Pumpkin oil can be successfully used for weight loss. It should be included in the diet of people watching their weight. Pumpkin oil is the source of vitamins and minerals necessary for the normal functioning of the body. It is known that any restriction in nutrition leads to a deficiency of vitamin B in the body. Of course, in terms of weight loss, we should not forget about the regime of the day and sports, proper nutrition and drinking regimen. Also, pumpkin oil cleanses our body of toxins and toxins that have accumulated over the years in our intestines. Pumpkin oil promotes burning of fats. With regular application of pumpkin oil, Metabolic processes are normalized, occurring in the body, the hormonal background. In addition, it is useful to include in the diet and pumpkin seeds, as this is a dietary nutritious product. Perhaps, it is impossible to overestimate the benefits of pumpkin oil for health and beauty. Vitamins A and E, with which it is rich, make it irreplaceable in skincare and especially in the struggle to preserve the youthfulness of the skin. Pumpkin oil can be used alone as a mask, and you can add it to various recipes for face masks and hair. On the face skin, pumpkin oil has a curative effect. Here is the recipe for a mask for mature skin that has lost its elasticity. For the mask, we need a piece of cotton or gauze fabric. First, wet it in hot water and squeeze it carefully, then apply a small layer of pumpkin oil on it, about 30 milliliters. Put the fabric on your face and neck, and cover it with a towel. The mask should be kept on the face for about half an hour. The mask should be repeated twice a month. The systematic use of such a mask will give the skin elasticity and elasticity. Relieve the negative consequences of the use of artificial cosmetics. The next recipe for a daily mask for fading and dry skin. We put pumpkin oil on the face in a thin layer, not forgetting about the lips and the area around the eyes. Leave the oil for 30 to 40 minutes. Then blot it with a paper napkin of its excess. Such a procedure well nourishes the skin, moisturizes and softens it. In addition, this mask will protect against the appearance of wrinkles and reduce the swelling under the eyes. Mask cleansing pores and curing acne. Gauze napkins should be folded in 2 layers and soaked in pumpkin oil. Put on face for 5 to 10 minutes, then rinse with cool water. This mask can be done 2 to 3 times a week. For an even tan and sunburn, before sunbathing, the skin needs to be oiled with pumpkin oil. In this way, we avoid the aging of the skin caused by ultraviolet light. And with sunburn, pumpkin oil is evenly distributed over the affected area of the skin. Pumpkin oil is useful for hair, primarily as a remedy for the treatment of seborrhea and dandruff, and all thanks to antiseptic properties in combination with vitamins and minerals. Here is a recipe for a hair mask that prevents them from falling out. Half an hour before washing hair, you need to rub pumpkin oil into the scalp to achieve a positive effect. It is better to repeat this procedure 2 to 3 times a week. From hair loss, the following mask will help. Mix in the same proportions fresh juice of garlic and pumpkin oil. Then this mixture is rubbed into the scalp and leaves for 30 minutes, then wash off. Repeat this procedure should be every 3 to 4 days, within 1 to 2 months. As a result, the roots of the hair strengthen and stimulate the growth of new hair. With brittle nails and their thinning, a bath with warm pumpkin oil will help, which will strengthen the nails and will promote their growth. Friends, to strengthen the rejuvenation of the body, you must constantly look for new advanced methods and prescriptions for rejuvenation, and the medical channel will help you in this. And in order to receive timely valuable information, you need only a small effort. It's to press the red button under this video with the inscription, subscribe. There is an even more cunning method that will help you to be always aware of the current changes in the field of medicine. This is getting short announcements of outgoing videos on your smartphone, just a few minutes after they appear on YouTube. To use such a service to obtain information, you need to find a link to the Telegram channel in the description of this video, and as you guessed, subscribe to it too. In the meantime, I wish everyone good health, until we meet again on the medical channel.